Hey guys, good morning, welcome to the live session of Stocksnipertrading. My name is Dave, guys, my partner is Ron. Let's get down to business here, guys.
In on US 30, sell, okay? I'm jumping in. Guys, that's a 100 pip drop. Yes, we caught it. Hey, guys, 200 pips, please, secure.
Trading with a perfect broker is the key, which takes you one step ahead. At AAAFx, we have you covered. The future of forex is zero commission. Here at AAAFx, we offer ultra low commission, which starts at 99 cents per lot. Our accounts spreads start from 0.0 pips. With account leverage up to 500x, and can have a minimum deposit of $100, with an additional 100% deposit bonus, regulated by HEMC Greece, compliant with ESMA, EU, regulated with FSCA, South Africa. Nothing to lose, but something to gain. Trade with the world's most liquid market provider, AFX, recommended by Stocksnipertrading. To get started, use the affiliate link below.
As a trader, we all look for tight or low spreads, which helps us to get in and out of the market. Using the right broker can help us try different strategies. With multiple options of brokers on the web, here at Stocksnipertrading, we have a recommended broker, that is, HankoTrade. With spreads as low as 0 pips, and leverage up to 500x, HankoTrade is just one click away. With multiple account types to choose from, you also have a minimum deposit of $10. Using HankoTrade's affiliate program, refer a friend and earn up to a 40% commission on trading volume. Built by traders, for traders. HankoTrade.
Recording in progress.
Hey guys, welcome to Stocksnipertrading. My name is Ron. Welcome guys, my partner is Dave. It's Monday, July 10, and what we're going to do is, this is our power hour session. It's from 2 p.m. Eastern going into the close of New York Wall Street, which is 4 p.m. Eastern. So we're going to go just 2+ hours, and we're going to take a look at US 30, Dow Jones, and we're going to look at Nas 100. We're going to look at these two index related securities, and we're going to focus on them. We're going to do a top-down analysis, practice that, and then see if there's any good setups that we could look to take. And then we just want to kind of educate you and walk you through on the volatility and what happens near the end of the day. So most of you guys know, through the last couple power hour sessions we've done, the last 10 minutes of the day, 3:50 p.m. Eastern to 4 p.m. gets really volatile because of the imbalance period. So just guys, we'll walk you through it, and if you guys are in any trades right now, please monitor your own accounts, okay? And before we get started, just want to go over this week's schedule. It's a new schedule, so I just want to show everybody. This is Monday, okay? We're over here at the power hour session, so we have power hour every single day this week: Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, from 2 to 4 p.m. And the rest of the week will be in our Zoom. Our other YouTube calls that we're going to do are going to be tomorrow. We're going to do live London. Will be 2 a.m. So look at, we changed the time now. So it's 2 a.m. Eastern to 4 a.m. Eastern. Maybe we'll go a little longer, but what we want to do is pre-London, London market open, and right after. And then we've just introduced this from members that were telling us we're going to have 2 webinars on Wednesdays. One will be live London, and one will be our normal one that we always do from 6 to 7 p.m. So we're going to have this, and it's going to be more for, we're going to do different type of strategies and styles of trading. This one we're going to do more like swing trading education, setting up charts for swing trading. We can also do some like 1-minute scalping in here, but that's what it will be for, and that's why we have it labeled as a webinar. And also Thursday, live London. Dave in here Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday for Wall Street. We're going to do this one that we did last week. I really like this one, 6 to 10 a.m. Eastern. So we'll do that. And then PKs Monday, Wednesday, Fridays in here, post New York. And then we have our weekly webinars and some post Asian sessions. So guys, that's our schedule. Stay tuned for it. You know, that's we switch it up every week, different hours and things like that. So that's what we will be doing this week, guys. Okay, so thanks for joining, and let's get started. So number one, hopefully if you guys were trading throughout London today, throughout New York, you maybe were aware of the news and everything like that. 11 a.m. we had a red folder with Great Britain over here, Bank of England, Governor Bailey speaking, and we didn't have major news today. So the markets are just moving normally how they do on a Monday. There is some trades to be taken. There is some setups. We're going to go over it. Wall Street is right over here. Big bullish open, continued double bottom over here. So what we're going to do is the top-down analysis, guys, on US 30 and NASDAQ. Okay, so I'm going to start with a fresh chart over here on US 30. This is currently how they're moving on the 5 minutes. But what we're going to do is we're going to do the top-down. Okay, and this over here on the right is called Bookmap. It's a live liquidity platform. We're looking at US 30 right now, and these are the offers above us. These are the bids below us. This is the session volume profile over here. I have it in 15-minute time slices where we have 1:15, 1:30, 1:45, 2 p.m. when we just started, and then you're going to see a new vertical dotted line coming up very soon at 2:15 p.m. Eastern. And this is the total volume in this session right over here, how it's displaying it. So you can see, are we leaning more towards the offers, to the bids? Is there an imbalance in the market? Is the market balanced? And then this indicator that we have over down here is called CVD, cumulative volume delta, and it's just adding up your buys minus your sells, and then it gives you a aggregated number over here, and it's negative 750. So what it's showing us is most of these transactions are leaning towards sell side volume. Could be an absorber up here absorbing all of this liquidity for at a later time gonna redistribute it. It could just keep coming down here into levels of bids or support and continue to move up, but let's do our top-down analysis. Let's see how the daily is moving. That will give us more information. So what I'm going to do is we're going to move over to the daily time frame. If you guys already have your top-down done, that's fantastic. For others that are learning, if you guys want to go to just a blank chart and learn with me as I'm doing it, or maybe you guys already have it done and we can match up some lines and numbers and things like that. So first off, thank you everyone for joining. Everyone on YouTube, I appreciate you guys. Everyone on Zoom, thank you guys for joining as well. And on YouTube, guys, if you can hit the like button, subscribe, and if you like what we do at SST, we do appreciate that. So I'm going to look at today's high. Okay, very easy. Our high wick, that's today's high range, how high we went up to, approximately 33,970. And I'm also going to look at today's low, the low wick right over here. And our low of the day, approximately 33,600, 608 down there. But you can see the level, the zone. How many of you guys had this zone marked up and maybe caught this nice bottom wick buy down here? If you've done your analysis earlier today, maybe on the weekend, if you took some time out of your weekend to get your charts ready, you possibly could have seen how today came down bullish right into this nice demand zone down in here, and it bounced really nicely. So what I mean by this zone is when you look over here, this big bullish bar over here on Friday, June 2nd, when the start of the month happened, it was a very, very, very bullish month. Friday, first Friday of the month, NFP, and then it pulled back where to about approximately 50% pullback right into the body. That's roughly half of it. So we can place like a yellow line on the daily to show us that when it pulled back, it bounced nicely, and then we took out successive highs and we continued to pump up, and we've been holding this level. So it's really, really nice level. It's a nice psychological number. 33,420 is a nice number in there. And also this pullback right in here. So we have another pullback where there was a nice solid line right here you could have. And then in this zone, what even from last week, we had this area boxed in with like a green box, bring it across, still a green box, bring it across today, still a green box. You can bring this into tomorrow, you can bring this into next week, you can bring this into the month of August and September if you like. It's an identified zone in the market. So what we can do is you can make this with like a green box is what I do. You can use whatever colors you want, but what it's displaying is every time we're coming down here, it's picking up some good support, picking up the bids, which could be creating demand in the market. And we can see from last week where we had a very bearish week, it kind of consolidated, thin volume at the top at the start of the week, Monday, Tuesday. We started to get some more selling pressure come Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, big push down. Friday we rotated right back up and it continued to push down for a low where we closed. And then the open, they gapped it up and then they pushed it all the way down right into this green box. So it was a nice pickup in there, respecting this area, and we're continuing to push up. So I'm going to place a yellow line now right over here at this body and Friday's low respected. So if we ever do come back down, maybe we'll respect this level. But right now, we started to come up today and engulf more than 50% of our previous candle on Friday. So I'm just going to locate half of the body, which is right there. But I also have some critical levels to the left. I have a wick. I've got a wick right there. I've got a wick there. I got a wick touching there. I got a body to body there. And I have another wick there. So I can kind of locate now maybe 50% of that area, maybe draw another green box just in case maybe we come down to this level today, maybe just a little bit above the yellow line, a little bit below, and then draw another green box in there. So that's kind of telling me that maybe if we do retrace back into 50% of today's bullish volume, it might pick up some bids and continue to move up. If we break this level, then maybe we might push down to either where they gapped up today's candle, gap up, or maybe this level right here where we've got Friday's close, and it's more of a critical level because we got a close, we got a rejection right there, we got a rejection there, there's a body to body, so maybe that's a critical level. And now I'm just working my way up as we continue to push up today, other critical levels in the market. So where do we see? I see Thursday close, gap down on Friday, this level in the market. Maybe I'm going to place a yellow line right over here because maybe we're going to pull back into that. Right now the market is 33,910, and if it pushes back here, maybe 33,897, 895. We'll see if it holds some support in here. If we continue to push up, right now we came to our high of the day and we've gotten rejected. So it's a lower high from Friday. There's Friday's high up there. So we can locate also Friday's high. We're nowhere near Friday's high, but we got rejected coming down. So look at how many rejections we had around this purple line area. Got rejected here, got rejected there. Here's where the volume closed above. That's why we pushed up. We came up on Friday here a little bit higher and got rejected. And today we came up there. So the purple area is significant. So I'm going to maybe place like a red box up there, a little bit above, a little bit below to capture the zone. And I'm going to change the color to red. So now I'm kind of finding where my zones are in the market. I can start to extend these across into maybe the rest of this week to see how US 30's volume will trade inside here. So we're going to see this daily candle. Where is it going to close? Is it going to close above this yellow line today? It's going to close back below here. If we continue to push down, guys, this is the rule too that I have. From this yellow line to like the top of the green box, there's this black chart. If you don't know where to place lines or look to the left of the chart and you're getting confused, when you're not sure, you have a good probability of just picking half of it, 50%. Even eyeballing it from here to here, I could guess right there is about half of it, 33,870, and just place a yellow line there. But I also see like a wick right over here, and it's located near the halfway point. So maybe I get another touch and gives me a little confirmation to place a yellow line right there. So if we break this one, 897, we may come down to 863. It's about a 30 plus pip move, but for scalpers, that's what we're kind of looking for inside there. Another zone above us, again, from this yellow line to the top of this red box right up there, if I don't know, what am I going to do? I could eyeball half of it, 50% right there, 33,930, and place a line there. But I can see we've got red body like intercepting this area, so maybe I'm going to place the line right there. And We'll watch how the volume reacts if it comes back up here. Now we got to come up and touch this yellow line. So we'll see it maybe on the lower time frames if we can kind of close above here. Might push up to fill today's wick. We might bust out of here, or maybe that's it. That's the lower high, and then we might consolidate down in here. We might find some volume. But let's just look at now the overall. So how has it been moving? Now let's look at the official move back here. So beginning of June, we had this big move come up, got rejected. We pulled back down, right back to where the move started, picked up this bids. We came up again, but we couldn't break for a new high. We never broke this high. So we got those tweezer tops up there. That was the last week's weekly high. We got rejected, and then they came all the way right back down. And did we break below here? No. So picked up those bids and we're coming right back up. So we're going to see, this is like a traditional M top, double top up there. We came down, almost broke the plane down here. If you guys remember on Friday, it was just that big massive drop on Friday. It kept dropping and dropping and dropping. You know, we were telling snipers on Friday Power Hour, stay away from buys because you could get in trouble. The market was selling off on Friday. And today we're coming up. So we're going to see, this is going to be interesting. The close, almost 3 more hours where it closes. Where's it going to close? Is it going to close engulfing Friday's volume? And maybe we're going to continue to push up this week, or maybe we're going to encounter some resistance up here and maybe pull back. Maybe we barcode red, green, red for here for a couple days. Depending what news we have this week and things like that. So let's continue moving. Let's go into 1 hour. Now, if you want to have a line above Friday's high, like if we continue to push out, there's a nice area. There's a body to body and a wick. So if you want to place another line above us, you can go right into here. And then again, look at the big red body. From open to close, there's roughly half of it right there. So again, if you want to get yourself ready for maybe a further push, maybe if the market comes up to here, it may counter resistance or higher time frame supply up here in the market if it gets up there. That's 50% of this big red candle on Thursday of last week. Okay, so let's go to the 1 hour. Let's see how things are moving now. The 1 hour candles will tell us more defined sessions now, so we can see where most of the volume was moving over here. Friday at noon was this big bullish candle, and then this is where we at 1 p.m. 2 p.m. is kind of where we started our power hour session on Friday, and you could see the hourly candle pushed down more than 50% below here. We opened up, small pullback, broke the low, and it was a sell-off 3 p.m. all the way basically into the close on Friday. Then over here is where kind of after hours kind of moved, they gapped it back up, pushed back down into Sunday. Now this is the Asian session. We found the low pre-London and London. There's our low, 3 a.m. Eastern, and then we started to make our way up, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, and then go into 9 a.m. This is Wall Street volatility. It opened, came down a little bit, respected this area, picked up the liquidity. We had a big bullish candle come all the way up here, and it extended also 10 a.m. right up to the high of the day. We rotated right back down, respected this green box 2 times at 11 and 12, and we started to come up at 1 p.m. and then now the hourly candles are starting to consolidate inside this range. So where do we have some good hourly support still holding the market? Above, okay, this big bullish candle was Wall Street. Where's about 50% of it, like right in here. You can see the wicks come down, back up, wicks come down, back up, wick came down, back up. So we are holding good level of support inside here. This could be like a smaller green box, you know, just to tell you maybe that this is like an hourly support level. If it's still holding, then this is the bigger zone on a higher time frame. And then we can start to see we impulsively just broke out of here, came back down. We impulsively just broke out of here, came back down. So we do have a little bit of hourly resistance right now in the market, still holding below this level. So we're going to watch now to see on our lower time frames how the 5-minute candles are moving. Okay, so let's look at RSI too. I know a lot of you guys focus on RSI. RSI is right around here at 60, so we still have some potential to come back up to 70 and above in that overbought territory, but it's also psychologically a strong area of strength. Just because something comes up to 70 or a little bit above doesn't mean you always have to sell, because it's an area of strength. This is where it could squeeze short sellers and continue to move a little higher. I know we've all been part of that in our trading. We've all been squeezed out of the market. It happens, guys, but this is what trading is. You got to learn how to control those trades when you're getting squeezed out of the market. Maybe learn how to close a trade instead of holding. And here's the 5 minutes. Okay, so you can see we're coming up, getting rejected, coming up, getting rejected, coming up, getting rejected, coming up again, getting rejected. Are we closing with any volume above this level? No, we're not. So right now we're consolidating below here and at the daily yellow line. So it's not the greatest to be trading inside here. So what we're going to do now is we're going to kind of consolidate this entire area right in here with like a neutral box. Okay, you can go all the way over here, and we're just going to keep it neutral. This is considered a area of accumulation. Could be, if you don't feel comfortable trading this zone, you don't need to, but let's wait and see. Like, you can extend this box all the way across. If the volume still stays in here, it will continue to accumulate, but maybe they will redistribute this at a later time. We could look for a double top up here, the high of the day. So maybe the market may push out up to here, maybe come up, tap the double top, that's like the high of the day. Maybe it might have an impulse breakout a little bit higher, and then maybe it will get rejected, come back down and do something like this, and then break down. That is one path, one possibility of where the market could go. It could also go up here and close above here, and then we flip this, the daily high, and this red box green, and maybe it continues to build, and who knows, maybe there's a short squeeze in Monday afternoon and it continues to push up here. But we need to at least get some volume to close above 33,940 above here to maybe look for that potential move up there, because right now we're still trading inside this box. So if they start to push it down and maybe we close below here, maybe we could look for a sell coming back down here this afternoon. So we'll watch maybe this area if it breaks. And then we come down to the hourly green box. Then we got to make a decision down there, because it could come down there and bounce right back up. So I like to measure the zone. So if I do take that trade, it's approximately 25 to 30 pips coming down in there, where we could go into profit 10, 20, 30 pips, and it could come all the way down and then bounce and go right back up. If we do break here, then we might fill the next imbalance coming down to here, and that could be a 50 plus pip move coming down into the green box. And when we do, we see we came down here, went back up, came down, broke, went back up. So maybe we will eventually come down there, but right now we're trading inside here. So if we want to continue squeezing with the market up here, you have to be very careful, because this is the bigger daily area. That's the daily high, purple line. Yes, the market could continue to push, but we'll wait for it to see what happens up there. Okay, so any questions on US 30, guys? Because after this I'm going to move over to NASDAQ and we'll get that chart done before 2:30. Is there any questions, guys? Is anybody in trades right now? Are you taking some sells right now? Is anyone is still in some buys right now? Are you guys neutral? Have you guys hit daily goals? Are you, like, everybody's going to be all over the place. Okay, everybody, some traders have hit their goals, some traders are in drawdown, some are in buys, some are in sells right now. So that's how the markets move. You know, it's everyone's own analysis. Okay, so but right now let's just leave it consolidating right over here, and let's do NASDAQ. Okay, and then we'll have two charts. And we'll take a look at how we're moving into 2:30 and 3 o'clock. Okay, so NASDAQ. Okay, so now this is an index. It's a tech-related index, completely different from Dow. Okay, so what we're going to do is, right now the 5-minute candles are starting to push up if you're in buys right now. So they came down, back down, they held higher low support and continuing to break out. They filled this prior wick and continuing to push out. So we're going to see now, see this big red candle over here. If you're looking about 50% of it, it's right where my cursor is, about 15,045. And we'll see it kind of close above here, continue maybe to come up to these highs. It might come up and push right back down. But let's do our our top down and figure out how we're moving on the daily with Nasdaq. Okay, so remember when we were looking at US 30 on the daily, it was showing more of a like double top where it pushed all the way down. You can see coming down like Friday's candle. It was bullish, it came all the way up here, and then it pushed down near the end of the day and it closed down here. Today we opened up, we made our high right at the critical body, and we continued to push down. We took out Thursday's low, we came down, but it's holding again this nice level of demand over here, and it came right back up. So here's the volume right now. So what we're going to do is we're going to see, is this candle on Nasdaq going to flip green and maybe turn into a bullish pin bar and maybe start to push out of here and maybe come up to 50% of this red candle right over here? Or are they going to continue maybe to push this down going into power hours? So I hope you guys can all visually see the big daily double top weekly supply over here, extend the box across right over there, and bring it all the way across. So we can bring this for the majority of this week, next month if you want. Just what I do is I color code it. I make it red to display that red is showing resistance, could be a supply in the future. But right now it came up, pushed down. Here's our daily neckline down here. The market didn't break down here, it pivoted right back up. And when we came back up, did we close with any volume? Kind of looks like tweezer highs, equal highs right over here and here, and they started to push it down, ignited on Thursday. Friday we came up bullish up to here, got rejected, we closed down there. We came up again today and it got rejected with a lower high. So let's now start going through our motions with a purple high for Nasdaq right up here. We can see the number now, 15,075 is our high, and our low of the day is right here, 14,918. So that's our range today. And now we've got to walk through how we came down today. We came down, we pushed down, and we broke. This is a critical level. I'm going to place a yellow line like right over here. These bodies, that was a critical level in the past. So I'm going to place a yellow line there. Just in case we do come down, maybe we come back down to this yellow line, 14,990, breaking that psychological 15,000 point. Maybe it does come down there, we touch there, and it might break a little bit more to our low of the day. And if we break our low of the day tomorrow, next week, where could it come down to? Down to these wicks and those bodies. So I'm going to draw like now a demand box. Below there, most of the volume stayed above there. When we closed above here, it retested it perfectly, two times, and then continue push up. So I'm going to bring this box across into the future, and we're going to see if we ever do come back down into here, maybe it holds, just like how US 30 came down into the green box and bounced right back off. If we start to break below here, then we may fill these and continue dropping. But our next big daily demand zone for Nasdaq is down in here. 50% of that bullish candle, you can see how it respected right there, that pullback. So let's go through the motions, and maybe in the future we might be trading into this green box. And then that's the entire daily zone. Here's the supply, here's the bigger demand. So we're trading up here, came up, back down, coming back up, maybe coming back down, but you can see now it's consolidating in here, so maybe it's still accumulating. US 30 is starting to break out of here right now. So if you're watching with Bookmap, you can see we picked up all the bids and we're continuing to push up. We haven't kind of broke or closed below the VWAP here. It came down, but it went right back up. So this VWAP is a very, very critical area in the market. The volume weighted average price line is still holding. So if we come up now on Nasdaq and we continue to push for the high of the day, we also have this critical area. Look at Friday's close. Okay, so I'm going to place a line at Friday's close right here. And you can see how our volume right now is sitting right there. So we're going to see if we can continue to fill the wick and maybe possibly break out of here this afternoon. If we do, where could we go? Okay, so let's just go through the motions. If we break out of here, maybe up to this wick. Maybe we fill from the purple to the yellow line. That's about 30 pip move. And then if it continues to push up, then maybe we get up to there's 50% of that big red candle. So normally sometimes I'm looking right at that red candle and I'm eyeballing 50% of it. But if I have other critical areas, I'm going to look there. So I got a close and a wick rejected right there. And then when I'm drawing a zone to help compensate for that 50%, a little bit above and a little bit below, and then I bring that red box across like that. So that helps compensate. If you have to, if you don't know exactly where to put the line, then just draw like a zone. And then if the volume comes in there, then you judge what happens up here. Okay, so we got our levels above us, we have some levels below us. Let's continue to go to the hourly now and watch how this thing is developing. Where were the big moves this afternoon? How was it trading? Okay, so again, we pushed all the way down when Monday, and then we picked up. Here's kind of London session. We picked up the volume. We came back up. Here's Wall Street. Okay, so we made the high of the day, came back down all the way down here. Red. Look at all of the hourly consolidated volume now. So see how it's barcoding red, green, red, green. But let's identify the bodies. Let's place a white line right here. Now that shows us, yeah, there was an impulse breakdown, came down here. Another impulse at noon came down there. No volume, closed below this white line. We're holding. You can see up here now, that's where approximately 50% of the big red candle is holding all of the volume. Came up green, closed here. Red, we came back down. Green, we came back up. But now this little spin top candle, this little bearish bar, this pin bar closed above. And then we got some, even if it's just little volume, you can see little volume still closed above this area. And now they're squeezing these sellers out of the market this afternoon. So it came back down, retested. Did it hold up 50% of this green candle? Yes, it did. So that's where sometimes you want to have your 50% box. And you can see how it came right in there. And for future reference, someone will say, Ron, but that's just back testing. I understand. But if we bring it across here, that's not backtesting. That now we're predicting maybe in the future market, if it does come down here, it may come down into this box and bounce off. So this is why I say, guys, bring this box across. Now that you've identified a zone, bring it across and change the color. And now look at the dates: Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. If we ever do come back down here, hourly momentum, maybe we're going to hold this area. If it doesn't, then we're going to start to break down to this white line. If we can't hold there, we're going to continue maybe dropping down to the white line you could have over here, or down at more of the critical areas where those bodies are. Down in here where was a lot of bodies holding here with the wicks. There was another retest down in there. But now look at the hourly volume. Above the daily, we came, impulsively broke out of here. Nothing happened up there. Got rejected. Came up again, got rejected. Came up again, got rejected. We came up this hour again and got rejected. So hourly resistance is right below this yellow line. So let's draw a red box. Okay. All right, there we got a red box. So if we start to see maybe some hourly volume close above here, we might fill this the last hour, maybe these wicks, and maybe come again to the daily high up here, the purple line. But maybe if it closes back below here in the next 27 minutes, maybe it's going to push back down and consolidate in here. So let's go to the 5 minutes and see how everything is moving now on the fives. Okay, so on the fives now, we kind of came above this zone, consolidated in here, tapped up there, came back down. Did we break below here? Nope. It picked up all those bids and continued to come up over here. This was that little impulse breakout, and then now we have a red candle coming back down. So if we can kind of close with maybe some volume above here and get that nice retest where we flip the box green, then maybe we will push up to that high of the day, that purple line. And when we got up there, we got rejected. So let's just place a red line to let us know if we do come back up there, that maybe it may get rejected and come back down. Okay, so now let's find what these 5-minute candles have been building. They've been building their own little support areas, resistance areas. I can see over here, I'm going to just change this to a red line. Over here, this used to be resistance, but now it turned to support. So on our 5 minutes, if we just go like a little bit above, a little bit below, right now let's make it a green box because the volume is above us. So therefore this is a support area. If maybe we do come back down below here and maybe we close below or we push down here, maybe we could look to sell the market this afternoon. Maybe down in here, it comes down to the white line, hourly, might bounce and then push back down. But we're looking at to maybe come down down in here, and it may be a double bottom. Over here we came down and it bounced right back up. It may come all the way back down here and bounce right back up. So if this is like a sell position we're looking to trade, get your ruler and measure the move so you know how many pips it is. If it comes down to the white line, it's approximately 13 pips minus 1 or 2 for your spreads, minus 1 or 1 2 for slippage. Maybe you can net maybe 7 to 10 pips in there just to the white line. But if we get more momentum coming down with volume, we maybe drop down to this box, and that's about a 25 pip grab, give or take. Your spreads again, your slippage, you might net 15, 20. Now it's coming down, so we got rejected up there. So if we are looking for any buys, we need more volume to come up here and close above here, and then maybe we can take it up to that bigger red box. Again, if we're going to take that trade, we may see, look at the resistance over here in the past, 15,055. It could come up there again, right up there to that red line, and it might be a lower high and get rejected. If we're looking to take that buy up there, again, let's measure this move. Maybe up to the red line is about 13 pips. If it can come up to the top, it might be 25, 30 up there. So I like to always measure the moves. If I'm going to take anything, I like to know what I could get out of the market. And then if you do get that break below here and it kind of drops back down, we might get it to come down to the hourly support down in there, and then maybe it might be a 30-40 pip move. But right now, if we're not in a trade right now and we're observing, we're speculating, we're watching the market, maybe let's trap this area, and this could be our area where we're watching to see what will happen. Maybe it accumulates in here, and maybe it may drop down here. Maybe it might pull back up into here. Maybe we look for a double top, push down. But that's how I personally analyze the markets. I know a lot of people do different styles and things like that, but that's just how I set up my zones, and I get ready to either scalp US 30 or NASDAQ. My preference is scalping US 30. I just like how sometimes it's moving, but I do trade as well NASDAQ. Okay, guys. So we can see up here, I didn't put any like buy green box up here because I was just looking to see if it would break out of there. It did, and then big bearish engulfing candle come right back down. So maybe now if it comes back up with more momentum, maybe we could look for a buy up there. But it's just why I'm being cautious on buying up there. It's because it's at the daily high and it got rejected hard up there. So maybe they are going to push this down a little bit more. Another thing, if you're an aggressive trader, aggressive scalper, we could even go down and watch the 1 minutes. Here, this is a critical level on the 5 minutes. That 50%, this big bullish bar that started that breakout, 50% is right there. So if we want to trade inside here, we can put our green box a little bit above, a little bit below that red line, and then you can see that maybe if this breaks down from here to there, we could look to scalp this move coming down to there. And that's about approximately 20 pips. It doesn't look like it's a big zone, but that is approximately 20 pips to come down there. Okay, so what we could also do is we could flip to the 1 minute candles and watch how it develops on the 1 minute candles down there. Guys, in Zoom, I'll give you guys these charts in one moment. Just 1 second. Welcome, Lou. Welcome. Okay, guys. In Zoom, there's a TradingView link for the Dow and all of these lines and everything like that. So let's look at the Dow now. It's coming down to the VWAP critical area. So it broke out of there impulsively, met a lot of supply up there, got those offers, rejected, and came back down. So let's take a look here how we're going to close. We're going to close in the next 2 minutes. Let's see how it closes below here. We could even watch on the 1 minutes. We can take a look at the 1 minute candles over here and watch how the 1 minute candles close. And then what time is it? I always look at the time too. Before I even look to take a trade, I look at the line. I look at the time. So it's 2:38. So we're nearing 2:45. So we're going to get a new 15-minute candle coming in the market very, very soon. That might switch up the momentum. So we can see the 1 minute candles came up bullish through here, and then they're coming right back down to this zone. So they could bounce right back up, but what we're looking for is maybe to come back into this area of supply and push down with a lower high, or maybe it will just break down here, close, retest this, and maybe drop down into here. So again, before I take any trades too, I take a look at my spreads. I make sure I have the right lot size in so I don't make any mental errors. I go through this like routine every single time like I look to take a trade. So if I'm trading US30, my spread right now is 1.2. So I have a 1.2 pip spread if I trade US30. If I trade NASDAQ, I'm 0.8. So I know right away if I'm taking either one of these trades, I know what my spreads are now. I know what lot size now is in there. So I'm already calculating if I take this trade, I don't have the wrong lot size in. Again, if you're taking a feeler trade to test the market out, maybe you want to go in a little smaller. Unless you're confident that the move is breaking down, you could go in with your normal trading size. But also, guys, you got to respect your own risk management. You got to know if you're placing a stop loss, how big your stop loss is, how much are you willing to risk on a trade. This right here is an impulse candle breaking down. Look, we're even on the 1 minute candles. So sometimes just watching how the move is developing, and that's an ignited 1 minute bar break, and it did drop down. Where did it drop down to? Look at the 1 minutes, how they create their own little support level, like right over here. That's that 5 minute red line that we just had. So just taking that candle alone, like if you're a scalper, and this candle alone is 1 minute, is about 15 pips. Maybe you didn't get the full 15 because of spreads and slippage, but maybe you netted 10, 7. But if you're still holding, it's an ignited 1 minute bar. Maybe you're going to come down. There's tweezer bottoms. It just came down to the low. If it breaks, it might fill all the way down to here, and then you get your full 20 pip fill. But right now it closed below, so you should be going through your motions. This green box, you should be flipping it red, turning it red for right now for the possible retest. And see now how it kind of tweezer bottomed. Okay, no new lower lows, exactly 33906, and now it's coming right back up to 50% of the previous big red candle. And we're going to see now if it starts to get rejected, maybe it starts to close below here, maybe we start to barcode on the 1 minutes, red, green, red down here, and maybe they're going to continue to break down. Okay, so let's continue to watch this. Welcome Flyboy Kels, welcome, thanks for joining. Okay, so and then on the 5 minutes, look at the time now. So this is a new 5 minute candle that just opened. So that was a 1 minute candle that impulsively broke down. If we're waiting for the 5 minutes, here's the 5 minute candle that just opened up. So it's testing 50% of the previous 5 minute bar. We're going to see if it pushes down and maybe starts to continue to get rejected. But we're at such a critical area. Look at where we are. We're right at the VWAP. So this is where a lot of accumulation happens. This is where markets trade sideways over here. It's not necessarily the best area to be trading, but you and I should be watching what's going on here. Okay, and if you're not looking to trade in here, again, this is the consolidated zone. You don't need to be trading in here. Okay, you can continue to watch. Look at NASDAQ breaking down now. Okay, so NASDAQ closed below, came back up, lower high, took out the low, closed below, came back up, got rejected. It's a shooting star candle coming down. NASDAQ might be a impulse candle also breaking down in here, but we're also going to look in the next 2.5 minutes for volume to close below here because we're getting that new 15-minute candle coming in 2.5 minutes. The market could come down, and in the next 15 minutes it could rotate right back up. So this is why we have to be cautious if we're trading this area. Otherwise, that's why I said maybe trade very small. You're a speculator, you're seeing the move, you don't maybe want to risk too much in this area because it could bounce right back up. And maybe if it does, we might be looking for that double top. Like it came up, back down, here it could be just making its neckline support area and then come right back up at 245. Maybe it gets rejected here and it comes back down with more momentum, then we can take that sell. But you can see how no volume closed below here, so no sell. This was just a 1 minute candle that broke below here real quickly and it came down, but look at now the 1 minute candle is coming right back up. So it's showing the tweezer bottoms. So let's let these, I want to wait till 245 in the next 90 seconds. Thank you guys. Almost 200 viewers at this time on YouTube. That's amazing. Thank you guys for joining. Appreciate you guys. Guys, we cleaned up the resolution a little bit. So let me know if the quality is much better on YouTube for you guys. Thank you, Luke Harry. Appreciate that. Okay, so let's continue to follow. So we came up green, came up, we got rejected. Let's see where this body is going to close in the next 50 seconds. Good, guys. Quality is good. Awesome. That's good feedback. Yeah, we went in this weekend. We changed the resolution. We'll continue to improve it as much as we can. Okay, look at the rejection. Let's watch also what's going on up here. So we're right at that VWAP, but if we can kind of break down here, maybe we're going to push down. But all this afternoon is they've been absorbing. They came down, back up, came down, back up. So we're going to watch going into 2:45 and 3 o'clock. Okay, so here's the close. We still close with some green volume below here, but it's coming back up for maybe a retest. Let's see. This is a new 15-minute candle as well, so we have to factor that in. Okay, so it's green, it's ignited. It's very difficult to sell a green ignited candle, so we're seeing it's coming right back up. Let's see if it pushes down, maybe it flips down. NASDAQ is right at this critical area. It's coming down. Let's get ready to watch NASDAQ and US 30. Oh, EMAs. Yeah, I can add EMAs too. So we're right at the 9 EMA also for US 30. We're at the 9 EMA for NASDAQ. Let's add the 200 also. 200 is all the way here in the daily demand area for US 30. And we're right at the 200 also for NASDAQ, right below here. So it could impulsively break down to the 200, come back up with a wick. So let's watch and see if we can get some red volume close below here. And then if we do, like if I take a sell, it's going to be my first sell, like right now in this session. So I'm also going to factor in if it comes back up. Like I got to understand if it does come back up for the double top up here or up here, how many pips am I willing to risk? Okay, so you got to factor that in. If it comes up here, you're risking about 10 pips. Up to there, it's about 15 pip risk. So you got to factor these things in if we're going to take this trade, because it could pull back into here. And it could just be coming up for the double top where it came down, might come back up, and then go back down. So these are all things that need to be factored in. So if you are going to like take a sell here, you got to factor in at least a pullback. Okay. If not, let's wait for more defined move in here. So right now, where's this going to close below? It's pushing down. We broke the VWAP. It's coming down. But last time we came and we broke the VWAP, it started that move coming right back up here, where it came down and went right back up. So maybe now with this new 15-minute candle, let's take a look at the 15, how it is. It looks beautiful. Okay, so it came up, retested, might push all these wicks and push down. Okay, so 15 looks good. I'm going to go in for a sell right now on US 30, 1.2 pip spread. I'm going to go in for a sell right now. And I'm also going to work this area to see if it can come down, close below here, maybe pull back. I might add another position if it comes down there. But I'm also factoring in if it comes back up here, what's going to happen up here. Okay, so I'm not going in like a large lot size that I'm going to panic if it pulls back up here. I'm just going to go in a smaller, because I'm still trading in this consolidated box in here. So I don't want to go all in right now. I'm just testing things out, but I am in a sell right now. Okay, and I want to watch how this move is going to continue to push or move going into power hour, the last hour of the day. Okay, so I am in a sell. Let me just remove this. I got in like right here. I'm going to place stop like maybe into there, and I'm looking for if we can break down here And then if it breaks down here, again, it might not fill this entire zone, but we got to look on the 5 minutes where we had some like critical support over here. It might come down to 883 if we can get it to close below. If we can get more momentum, more volume to close below that yellow line, then we may push down a little further. Okay, and I also see up here, okay, so we got 68 offers up here. At this previous area where I had that yellow line, there was that impulse breakout up there, but we can see some heat offers up there. So if it does come back above the VWAP, maybe those offers will get absorbed. I'm also looking if they can bring those offers down more into here. And then we're going to start to see if we can take out some of these bids in the market. There's no real big bid block in the market right now. They're all like nice little double-digit bids. So maybe we can come down into here, and then we'll see how far down maybe it can come before we find that big block of bids. But this thing could also rotate right back up, you know, so that's why I'm factoring in if it does. Okay, so here's the close now. 10 seconds, sorry. We're going to close and go into 250, okay? And then the hourly candle also is very volatile coming in at 3 o'clock. Okay, so it could also open up green, come all the way and test this red box again. That's where that 9 EMA is. Okay, so we're going to see if it can hold the 9 EMA. It's coming right up bullish. So we're coming right back up to the VWAP. There's going to be some transactions up here. This is where the market transacts a lot of liquidity up here. So we're going to see what happens up here. Is it going to get rejected? Is it going to close above here? Maybe come up for that official, maybe double top, going into power hour, all of these things, guys. So NASDAQ coming back up, double top maybe in the red box, maybe up here, maybe it might be a lower high. And then if it pushes back down and kind of closes down here in power hour, so here's one move up, there's our official neckline down there, coming back up, maybe if it comes in here and then pushes back down, we close below here, maybe retest this, maybe power hour could have that potential move coming down there. That's what I was trying to look for US 30, but US 30 has that bullish candle coming right back up right now. Okay, so I'm just testing this box right now. For NASDAQ buys, maybe if you want to go in buys, maybe if it closes above here, retest this, then it will break out to that move right there. I can then, at that point, I can close this, and then I could go into buys as well. That's why I say I start off with a smaller trade to feel how things are going out. So if I have to cut this trade, it's within my risk. I'm not panicking in here if it goes against me, because then I can turn maybe into a buyer. But I'm still giving it room to breathe because it's still in this consolidated area. Okay, and I'm just speculating myself. I'm going to wait for more red volume if it does to close below this daily area going into power hour. Then that's where I might be going in with adding more positions. What do you guys think for power hour in the next 7-8 minutes? What do you guys think? Do you guys think US 30 is going to continue to make some highs and get bullish up here? Same with NASDAQ. Or do you guys think maybe bearish below this daily area here for NASDAQ and for US 30? Breakdown. Sells, I see in the sells. Yeah, a lot of you guys are bearish, selling. Yeah, so I'm speculating with a small sell myself, but I don't know honestly, because it's inside this middle zone. It's kind of like no trade zone, but if you're going to trade in here, I recommend you go small in here. You speculate, you see if it doesn't go your way, you can easily cut it. But there is a lot of traders that trade too big in this area, and then with a small pullback they panic and they get taken out, when you don't need to be trading in this area with big sizing. But let's see, guys. We'll play it. We play it candle by candle every 5 minutes. We'll see what happens. Okay, we're still right at the VWAP. Okay, we're still like right here. We're in between this zone, so it's still accumulating right before the power hour. This candle is going to close now in 4 minutes. And sometimes they do like to come and get pending orders right before a big hourly candle in the market. So would I be surprised if the market comes up here right before like 3 o'clock, maybe take out some more pending orders, and then maybe it comes down? I'm not surprised. Will I be surprised if it came down here and didn't break down here and come back up, close, and maybe it's a bullish move this afternoon? It could quite possibly be that, but let's just see how it moves candle by candle. We're not going to be looking at gold this afternoon. COMEX market's closed. We don't look at gold at this time. Gold is, we trade it 7, 8, 9, 10 a.m. Okay, so we closed above. Let's flip this red box momentarily green. Okay, so it looks like a double top. Okay, it's coming up, but these are the things too. If you're in a trade, you got to be very careful here. Am I cutting? No, I'm not cutting right now because I'm in a small feeler trade that I'm speculating. So I'm not cutting right now. I tried to make that as clear as possible when I was getting in this trade, that I'm going in a smaller position to feel the market out. We have 3.5 minutes to go till 3 p.m. Eastern, okay? And then we're going to get the new hourly candle come in the market. It's going to add volatility. BTC is pumping. That's good. Yeah, guys, if you got stop loss hit up here, that's why I tried to measure the move for you to let you know that that is a stop loss up there. But I'm in a small position that I'm holding this. I'm allowing the trade to play out without panicking over here, because this momentum could switch going into power hour. I was just adding in a feeler sell down there to test to see how it would move down here. Yassine, what do we mean by power hour? The last trading hour of the day, 3 to 4 p.m. Wall Street. That's New York Wall Street. Wall Street is open from 9:30 a.m. till 4 p.m. Eastern. So the last hour, 3 to 4, it's called power hour. It's going to be lots of volatility. Okay, so we came up here, we got rejected. We're right down here now. So let's watch how this candle bar is going to close in the next 2 minutes. We're still inside trading in this neutral box right now. The volume is still inside here. Yes, does the market get volatile at this hour? Yes, it does. And it gets very, very volatile the last 10 minutes from 3:50 to 4 p.m. Okay, so we got about 60 more seconds. We're going to watch how it closes. It came up to roughly about 50% of the previous candle and got rejected. We still haven't taken out this previous high up here. It could take it out during power hours, so just be careful, guys. Okay, if you guys didn't go in a small feeler trade and you guys are in a bigger position, just be aware up there that that could happen. That's why I went in small position here. Yeah, NASDAQ is moving really nice patterns. But we'll watch again, NASDAQ below here for power hour. If it closes above here, if you guys are in buys, flip this box. If it retests, it could come up to this red line and right up to there. So I'm also watching that too. I might become a buyer on US 30. I could close this smaller position if it closes up here, might go into a buy, but still holding the analysis. We're right near the VWAP, or like you got to factor in this area. Okay, you cannot panic with 10-15 pips too much unless you're trading with big sizing. Here's now 3 p.m. Here we go. So flip this box now green. If you're in NASDAQ, if it holds here, if you're in buys, yeah, US 30 just retested this. Okay, so manage your stop losses accordingly up here, guys. Okay, so we got a red open coming right back to the the 9 EMA and the green box here. Nasdaq is getting like a red bearish candle coming down. We'll see again how first 5 minutes closes. Okay, this is just the first minute. It is bearish. It could come down here, pick up the bids, and continue to drive up here. But I'm looking to see if this red bar can come back down and close below this green box. Maybe retest this and maybe push down. And then this is where maybe I'm going to add another sell position if it can get down here and close below here and give me that what I'm looking for. Okay, so also for the buyers, if you guys were buying and it came up there and you didn't do anything, this hourly candle changes momentum. You gave away a little bit of pips up there, okay, unless you're holding, but it's still right near the VWAP. I'm still not convinced that it's going to break out bullish. Still not convinced it's bearish yet. It's just inside the box still. Okay, see the big bids now? Right here. Here's all the heat. Here's all the liquidity here. 34,092, 34,088, 70 bids. Remember, these were kind of like double-digit bids. Now we see the big block enter the market right over here. Okay, so we're going to close in 2.5 minutes. It's a nice red bar coming down, but it's coming right back down to 50% of the green candle, the big bullish one that started this, and that's what we're testing. So I'm seeing if this red candle can come back down in here and close back below here. Maybe if I can flip this box red again, retest it and drops, I could be looking for down here maybe a position to sell number 2 position. But I'm also watching this box, how it's respecting the VWAP. Okay, so the bids are still holding this. Okay, so it's still holding here. This could be like a head and shoulder pattern on US 30. Here's our left shoulder. Here's the head that broke out. If it can come back inside and trade in here, maybe we're going to finish off maybe a right shoulder and have it break down here. That's one possibility, but got to be patient and wait for it. Okay, right now the volume is still holding right here, 50% of this green candle. We're still right at this VWAP, still right in this zone, still trading sideways, still consolidating. Okay, so we got 90 seconds to go into the close now. Yeah, some of you guys are saying it's going to go down, but we got to close below critical areas to have that push go down. It's still holding this VWAP. We broke it 2 times, but when we did, it picked up the liquidity and came back. But it's also nice to see that there's lower highs in the market up here, trap some buyers, but it's just again consolidating right at this area. We might trade sideways this power hour. It might just trade inside here. We will see. Not always is there a great power hour moves. There's days where it trades sideways. It's also Monday, start of the week. But I'm still in my sell. I'm holding it. I'm going to see what's going to happen here, how it's going to close now in 10 seconds. NASDAQ is testing the 9 EMA right inside here. 50% of that bullish candle still holding. So we've got to get more selling pressure to close below critical levels. So we still closed above. Candle opens up green bullish. Now we want to see if there's going to be a quick rejection to maybe push it down with a lower high. If it starts to come up here, this is where it could squeeze sellers. Like myself, I'm a seller. It could squeeze me out of the market. I could possibly close the position if it keeps going higher and higher and higher. I don't want to hold the trade longer and longer and longer. Even though I'm in a smaller trade, I don't want to develop bad habits of continuing to hold trades. So I may get squeezed out of this market. But I'm still seeing what's happening. No, there's no real volume in the market yet. Okay, so like this box is still holding, so I know it's just early, but you can still flip it red to see still holding here. Okay, US 30 we got a rejection, that's good, but we got to get more volume to break below here. So now it flipped. Okay, so it came up there green, got rejected, now it's pushing down. Did you see how the bids just got adjusted down here? Did you guys catch that? Okay, so now we're coming down bearish. Perfect double top. Okay, unfortunately, if you were like kind of buying leading into 3 p.m., if you didn't do anything up there, this is how the market can rotate right back down. This could be a nice shooting star candle that could break here and come back down into here. And I'm going to continue to watch it. Okay. Okay, so now we're pushing down, but it's going to be important. Where are we going to close? Okay, is it going to close below this green box? Is NASDAQ going to complete the move and break a new low, come down in here and close below here? Because then there's your official double top breaking the neckline, and then there's could be our possible sell-off. Yep, so I'm at a break even now on my Dow trade, but this next move I might be adding another position, and it won't be a feeler trade anymore. Then my second position, I'm going to go a little bit more with the momentum of the market. But again, it's got to continue to close below here. Same with NASDAQ. We can't just have it come down here and then go right back up. Okay, we gotta kind of break below here, maybe touch that 200 for the new lower low. We gotta still continue to watch this because it could just pick up bids and come rotate right back up. Okay, so this close is going to be very important. Same with NASDAQ. Where is it going to close? Are we going to close below The 9 EMA, are we going to close below 50% of this bullish candle right here? Where are we going to close? So it came down and it picked up the bids. That's why, guys, trading inside this zone, don't go too big. Okay, I'm trying to make that clear. Don't go too big when you're trading in here, because if you're panicking on a move like this, then you shouldn't be trading this zone. You're trading too big for your account. Okay, you need to trade smaller when you're speculating a move. Okay, see how it came down and now it's coming right back up. This may close as a spin top up here with indecision. We got buyers pushing it up, we got sellers pushing it down. It might close right near that VWAP, right near that area. Okay, so the close is going to be important. Who's going to close this with more momentum? Selling pressure is going to be a red body closing below here. Nasdaq is coming right back down. Let's look. It's a nice double top. Okay, but this is the area that we got to break down, and there's that 200 EMA. But we could be developing maybe for like a death cross where it works its way down, pulls back, then pushes down, and then the 9 EMA starts to cross below the 200, and then maybe we'll get that nice official sell going for power hour. That would be nice. Also for Nasdaq down here. Also, let's watch where they're going to close. The Dow coming down. I'd like to see more volume pushing below this VWAP and retesting it, but I'd like to see more offers coming down, coming down, coming down. Okay, so look at the close. They gapped it down. Flip your flip this green box red right away. Okay, did you see how they gapped it down? Okay, so now we might get an official retest. Say we closed there, they gapped it down, coming up green. Flip this red box. Okay, flip it to red. Now we might be pushing down. Same with Nasdaq. It's an ignited bar. We closed below 50% of that green candle. It's ignited. This could be possibly like an impulse break. So either if you're in a sell or looking, or we're going to wait again patiently for the actual body to close below here. If you're looking to add, if you're waiting, you got to wait. If not, you got to know if you're going in impulsively, it could come down here to the 200 EMA and then come right back up. So maybe for Nasdaq, officially wait for the close below here. But yeah, US 30 is dropping. And then I'm looking for also volume to close below this daily yellow line. I'm not sure if you guys can see the yellow line there, but that's that daily yellow line. Looking for volume to close below there. I'm at break even on my trade right now, but I'm looking to add a larger position if we can close below here and maybe get a nice retest to drop down into this area. Yeah, we got to take out the previous low. That's important. See how we haven't taken out the previous low for Nasdaq, or we haven't taken out that previous low for US 30. So that I'm glad you brought that up, because that does play a big role in whether we're going to continue pushing down. We got to create a new low in order to extend this lower high trend pushing down. If not, it's going to pick up some bids, and then we got to go through the motions again, coming right back up to maybe retest this red box. Nasdaq could be coming back, go 50% like here, that red candle, just in case there's any pullbacks up to here, 15,030. Okay, so that's why I'm being cautious below here. It's picking up the bids, but when it does, it's been doing that the entire call. It comes down, picks up the bids, comes back up, but the offers are important. If the offers are coming down, absorbing, catching all of this, we do have this negative 743 CVD volume over here. So there is a lot of selling pressure absorbing all of this, but they have not released that volume yet. So just wait patiently to see if Nasdaq can close below this area. It hasn't yet, okay? We're going into 2 more minutes to go. Okay, so we came up. Make sure you guys are watching the volume, how we came up and then continued to push down. It's coming back up again for the official retest of the red box now. Maybe some of you guys that use the 9 EMA, it's going to test the 9 EMA. Nasdaq may come up and test the 9 EMA. We're going to see if it can be a lower high, continue to push down, maybe reject this bullish volume. And we're still inside this box. Yes, it's a very, very slow power hour session. I do agree. But it's also Monday afternoon. There's not always going to be fireworks every single power hour session. But we still got to wait till 3:15 right now. In 60 seconds, we're going to get a new 15-minute candle. Again, be prepared, guys. It may switch up the momentum. So like every 15-minute candles, we can see the switch up. So down here, double bottom, like these tweezer lows. Next 15-minute candle might come up again up here. Okay, so we have to be prepared because this could be a double bottom forming now. M's turn to W's, W's turn to M's. Where it came down here, back up. There's our neckline to break out. It came back down. That could be now the start of a double bottom coming back up for 315, and then maybe the market comes up here, closes, retests this, and all of a sudden it's a bullish move coming through here. We have to factor that in. Okay. And same here, US 30 could be building a double bottom coming back up. But we do have this high, lower high, lower high, lower high. So there is still, it's still respecting that trend line up there for US 30. Here's the close in 5 seconds. And the new 15-minute candle also. So look at, they closed it, they made it bullish, flipped this red box green. We're just moving kind of sideways here, but now I got to watch, okay? So I'm in that sell, okay? And it came to break even. I didn't do anything down there because I'm still holding this sell position. But if I see it start to break out, maybe I'm going to close this, but I'm still holding it. See, maybe this 15-minute came up one more time, like a tweezer top up here to try and grab some liquidity, and maybe it closes back below here. I got to wait patiently for a play to develop, guys. Okay, so that's what we want. Like for potential sell is a nice 15-minute candle open up bullish, trap some buyers, and now it's coming down bearish. Okay, so there's the trap buyers. Now what the market needs to do is move away from this area, come down bearish below here, come down into these liquidity levels. Hopefully it can push down in here, but again we need to get more red volume to close below this area so that we can continue to maybe push down going into 330. I know it sucks when we're moving green, red, green, red, green, red, but we're still in this big consolidated box. So I'm speculating in here myself. Okay, even if you haven't taken a trade on Nasdaq, it's still inside this consolidated box. There's been no real, unless you're just buying the bottom, selling the top. But some traders don't trade like that. So we could be waiting for something up here or waiting for something below here. Still developing. And US 30 is still right at this VWAP. We really haven't diverged away from it. We're just transacting right at it. You're waiting for to break 33,900? Yeah. 33,900. Yeah, down in there. Yeah, I'm waiting for that as well. But it takes time. It takes time. Like, that's why when you're speculating, guys, I want you guys to understand this. Trade a little smaller until you see the move, because this is where you can mitigate a lot of your losses. If you're going all in on every single trade and you're incorrect, or it pulls back 10, 15, 20 pips and you're closing, you might be having bigger losses in the day. But just speculate, okay? I'm speculating with that sell. Yeah, it did put me in drawdown 15, 20 pips. I was okay with that, but I'm still in the trade. It's coming almost right back to break even again, and I'm going to look again for more selling pressure to come down here, retest, and maybe I'm going to continue with my sell bias and continue maybe pushing down the markets. Mohammed, do I have to pick up my kids? No, my kids are all done school now. That's why we're doing the power hour sessions now. I got my kids upstairs with me. So throughout the summer, we're going to be doing these power hour sessions together. July, August, and first week of September. Okay, so this candle now is going to close in 60 seconds. What did NASDAQ do? It came right back up to about 50% of that red body and got rejected. So is the volume still going to close below the 90 MA? Look how thin the volume is. Got really, really thin volume on NASDAQ, but still maybe it's going to continue to push down. This is the big area we're looking to break. Okay, and the last 30 seconds are very critical for any time frame, any time in the market, because it will show who has momentum going into the close, who could possibly move that momentum into the next bar, how the next candle opens. I really want to see this red body engulf this green one and close back below here. Still a lower high, lower high, lower high. So we're still respecting the supply at the top of us. Okay, here's the close. We couldn't engulf that green bar. Look at what they do. They gap it up. Okay, so I don't know if you guys caught that. They gapped it up. Retesting right away, flip again this green box, go back to red, and let's see if we can continue to hold this red box. Bring it across like this, and we got to still remain patient. Okay, it's just trading sideways, guys. I know it's annoying. It gets very frustrating. Some of you guys are in buys, you close. Some of you guys go in sells, then buys and close, and that's what the market wants you to do. It's just accumulating volume. That's why when you're trading in a tight zone like this, don't stress out with trading large lot sizing. That's what I'm trying to make clear on this entire call here. Yeah, wow, if you're still sitting on your hands, that's perfect. Like, that's good patience. There's not really any good setups right now unless you're just real quick pipping and dipping or you're accumulating a move. But even if you're buying here and you didn't do anything, you had to go through that coming back down. If you're buying again, it could possibly come right back down. Same with sellers. If we're selling, it goes back up. It could sell and go back up. So it's just not the ideal area to be trading in here unless you're speculating with a small position, which I am doing. I'm looking more for a closure below here to add a confirmation sell below in here, below here. Same with NASDAQ, below here. And we're right at this VWAP, guys. Sorry it's such a boring power hour. Like, I cannot change how the markets move. That's why we trade all throughout the day. We do some London, we do some New York, we do Wall Street posts, we do power hour. Every single session, some sessions are better than others. Some are really, really sideways choppy, but it's part of our job as traders. Either sit on the sidelines and wait for a better setup or trade smaller speculating. Did I cut my trade? No, I'm still holding. Guys, I will tell you if I cut my trade. I will tell you guys. I'm very transparent. I'm still holding my sell position on US 30. I will tell you guys if I'm adding a second position. I will tell you guys this. All I'm trying to tell you guys is I am in a smaller position, which is allowing me to hold in this drawdown. I tried to make that as clear as possible verbally so everybody can understand. If you go with a bigger lot size, like that's on you. I have no control about that. Efren, if you haven't taken anything yet, there's like look at the charts. Is there anything that we like looked really nice? Unless you pip and dip, okay? Like if you bought down here and you got up there, if you didn't do anything, it came right back down. So yeah, if you're trading inside here, you're pipping and dipping, but I'm trying to work a position here, so I'm holding but a smaller position to see how the markets are moving. If it starts to move in my direction with more volume closing below where I want it to close, then I'm going to start to add with the markets, like how they've been absorbing. Okay, now look at NASDAQ. Okay, so if you were buying up there, again, you got caught. You got caught because you're buying into offers. So it came up there and pushed down. Now let's watch if it closes below here. So if you guys were like accumulating a sell position, maybe you guys might get the push down. But for other patient and disciplined traders, let's wait and see if NASDAQ can officially close below this green box that we wanted. Maybe close below that 200 EMA, that purple line. Same with US 30. It came up right up to the trend line and pushed right back down. It's a spin top. Again, it's annoying. It's very annoying, believe me. But we're right at the VWAP. Like it's the market that still has no direction yet. And this can get very frustrating. Believe me, I trade 1 minute candles in consolidation. I get frustrated probably more than anybody. But it's just knowing what lot size to use at certain times. That's why I went in small, to feel things out in here. There's no decision yet. No, look at where it closed, okay? So now, if you're taking a sell, like if it's an ignited bar breaking down, you have to know that you're taking an impulse candle, and it might just come right down to that purple line, or maybe break, and then catch a wick and come right back up, because there's a liquidity pool of bids waiting to get triggered. So that's why we're looking for volume to close, maybe a retest, and come back down. Right now, it's a green candle. So if you're still watching, it's green. Let's see what happens. Is it going to come up to 50%, get rejected, and push down? What time is it? It's 3:25. We've got 5 more minutes going into the 30-minute candle. Let's take a look at the 30-minute candles. We don't always have to sit on the 5s. Look at the 30s. So we have a big 30-minute candle coming down, but that's why we're looking to close below. Look at the 30-minute. We're right at the 9 EMA on the 30. It's going to close in 4 minutes. Can it close below there? So maybe the last 30 minutes of the day it could sell off. If it still holds here, then maybe the next 30 minutes is going to be a green candle coming right back up. Same with US 30. We're coming down red. Can it close kind of? Look at this area. See these wicks on the 30s? I'm going to place a red line right here. Look at all these wicks. Here was a resistance, turned to support. That was our low on this 30 minutes. We came down there. That's where I'm looking to add another sell position to come down below here. So let's watch it on the 5s, how it closes. See the red line right there? That 33,905 area. Can we get red volume closing below here? Then maybe we can break that daily yellow line and push down in here. And a new 30-minute candle is opening. It's going to bring in that volatility. It might come up green and come back up again to take out some more pending orders, then they push it down. So lots of things can happen, guys. Lots of things can happen in here. Just we don't have a clear direction currently. We still got to be patient. And look at it. Look at like we're right on top of the VWAP. You can't even barely see the white line anymore. Okay, that's how tight the market is trading right now. It's right at that VWAP. So we have 2.5 minutes to go, and we're opening up 3:30. Which is a critical 30-minute candle. It's the last 30 minutes of the trading day. So it's a very, very critical candle. Okay. I'm looking specifically if we can close kind of below here, because that's that 30-minute support line. If we can get a nice closure below there, maybe it pops up green, rejects this, I will be going into a bigger sell position down in this area. If it gets there, it might not. I may have to cut this smaller sell because maybe they're going to pump the market in the last 30 minutes. I have no idea. But we're still, again, right inside this box. Nasdaq is kind of working its way down. And we're kind of in this triangle. Like, even if you kind of locate here like that, we're in this wedge triangle, and these things can go two ways. You know, like it could break out through here, retest this, and all of a sudden it's taking out that high up there. That's one possible path that we could go. So if you're in sells, we have to watch up here for that. The other trade that we're looking for, well, I'm specifically looking for, is to push down here, close in this green area, maybe retest the trend line, and then push down in here. Okay, so those are the possible moves, the paths. Yeah, it didn't break. See, if you went in prematurely on a sell on Nasdaq with no volume closing below, then this is what they do. It's a green candle. I know it's frustrating, guys, believe me. That's why I said if you're patient, wait down here, wait for an official close. They didn't close it down there. It broke the low, but then came right back up. And this is what they do right before a critical candle, okay? Try to squeeze these sellers over here, myself. Okay, but you got to follow like the highs. Did it come up? Did it take out any of these highs? It's still technically a lower high. Yes, it's a bullish candle on Nasdaq, but we might trade red, green, red, and maybe push down. Wow, what a slow power hour session. Okay, remember Friday, how Friday was moving? And then compared to Monday. Okay, so here we go. We closed above the 9 EMA, and we closed above the red box. So we have to flip it green. We have to respect this, that it could turn into bids and maybe break out of here. Nasdaq is still inside here. You see, you hate trading on Mondays, then don't trade on Mondays, guys. If you guys know which days are your best days, if you guys know what days are your worst days, don't trade on those days. Be disciplined enough to take Monday off. You know, I know a lot of you guys say Friday is my worst day, but yet you guys keep trading every single Friday. If you know that there's one day of the week that's not your best day, try and have discipline to not trade that day. Take the day off. It might improve your profit and loss. Okay, so We've got again, did it create a new high? No, kind of tweezers tops lower than those ones. So they're still holding the market down. Again, we have another bearish, and hopefully it's a bearish engulfing candle. Continue to come down here, maybe close below this area that we're looking for. Again, with NASDAQ to close below there, and maybe we can officially get that push down coming. But there's no guarantee because we are not creating any lows in the market. Okay, it's still, every time we come down, unfortunately, it's a higher low. Okay, so we are officially consolidating sideways, barcoding, red, green, red. So let's see if we can get more of that selling pressure to push down into these liquidity levels. Hopefully the seller has accumulated enough, absorbed enough that they can kind of maybe sell it off this afternoon. I would really hope, I would really love if they would do that. But again, we still have a lot of time left. It's 27 minutes to go to the close of the markets. Look at how NASDAQ came down, right down again, caught a wick. See what I mean? Like sometimes you have to be patient and wait. If you like sold that candle, then it comes right back up. It gets very frustrating. WW, if this doesn't teach you patience, then I don't know what will. Yeah, like believe me, I've traded 5-minute candles for 2-3 hours in a row where it was just trading sideways and there was not even a trade to be made. Then all of a sudden, after all of that volume accumulated, it was kind of worth the wait. But what I do is when I'm kind of speculating or testing things out, I go smaller. Okay, whatever smaller is for you, 10 cents, 5 cents. 20 cents, it doesn't matter. But I'm trying to illustrate that I'm in a small position feeling out the market. If it starts to go in my intended direction, then I'm going to start to add my normal sizing. But I kind of went through all of that, the ups and downs. I'm right back to almost break even again. It wouldn't have been enough for me to scale out even if I did a larger size, so I probably save myself some larger drawdown, but I'm waiting now for the official move. Here's the move. 10 seconds to go. Let's see if NASDAQ can close below here, and let's see if we can finally get this push to the downside. But again, look at, they're still holding it up with this wick. Okay, let's see where we close. We might open ignited red. Okay, ignited red. Can it come down and take out the low? And if it does, it might come back up, but this might be a move that officially, again, go through the motions. This green box, flip it red. We close below it now. So we have to use this as resistance going forward. Look at NASDAQ again, right here. Did they close it below there? No, not yet. Holy. Volume sucks, Lisa. I agree. It's Monday afternoon. Okay. Remember Friday, how the market was just selling? Every candle was like 20, 30, 40 pips. You can see how it's completely different. I wanted to show you guys how Friday power hour end of day sell off is and how a Monday is. Look at Monday. Just red, green, red, green. Yes, it does suck. I agree. But you're gonna figure this out, that this could be London trading like this. This might be a Wall Street session that trades like this. This might be an afternoon. This could be power hour. So this is volume, guys. You have to understand. Unfortunately, if you're taking big trades in here and you're getting caught on every one of these candles, yeah, you're going to get frustrated. You're going to revenge trade. You're going to get pissed off, and you're going to lose a lot of money. We have absolutely no clear direction where the markets are moving yet. And it could break out bullish for all we know. They could break it out. So that's why we have to be very careful too with these sells. We can't keep layering in sells. Because if one green candle just pops out of here, you're in big trouble. But if you follow still, like, are we creating any new highs in the market? Not really. Are we creating any new lows in the market? Not really. So yeah, the volume is just trading sideways. If you're panicking on this, I'm 100% guaranteeing that you're trading way too big for your account inside here. It's like you're gambling. We don't want to trade like that, guys. Please listen to what I'm saying here. If you're here for the right reasons and you're here to learn, then maybe some of you guys understand what I mean by taking a small trade in here to learn what's going on. If you go in big, you could be in trouble. If you took a big sell, you're in trouble. If you took a big buy, you could be in trouble. Okay, and look, every time we're breaking down here, we cannot push below the VWAP. It just breaks, picks up the bids, and comes right back up. The market could close like this, sideways, believe it or not. Horrible, horrible volume. And two, if you're trading in here, your broker is making money, not so much you. Because every time you take a trade in here, there's going to be, like we're trading indices right now, so not too many commissions. But if you're trading like gold, if gold was trading like this, you got to pay commissions. You got to pay spreads. So that's how brokers make money, with spreads. There's slippage involved. It's kind of not the greatest to be trading in here. Right now, currently, right now. Unless you're speculating, like I said, with a smaller position. Because if it goes 20 pips, you're down $2. Maybe you can recover from being down $2 than being down $20 or $200. It's a big difference. Okay, so we caught another wick up here. Okay, it might push down. It's just barcoding. Green, red, green, red, green. Nasdaq red, green, red, green. Man, I would really love if the market decided which way it wants to go. Right now, it's still accumulating. Okay, so here's the close now of this 5-minute candle right now. So we're closing near the high. We're above the 9 EMA. We're above this box. Flip it green. Could start getting some bullish momentum and breaking out of here. So and then in 10 more minutes, okay, I want everyone to see this and recognize. In the next 10 minutes at 3:50 p.m. Eastern, the markets are going to get very volatile, okay? You know, we're probably not going to see this sideways action. There might be a big green candle, there might be a big red candle, okay? You're going to see for yourselves, okay? So I just want to make it clear, the last 10 minutes, there's going to be a lot of volatility. It's the closing imbalance period from 3:50 to 4 p.m. Okay, so now we're officially maybe breaking down for Nasdaq. This final 3.5 minutes will finalize the 15-minute candle, maybe breaking down in here, and maybe we might get that push down if you're still holding a sell. US 30, let's see if US 30 can come back down below here and get that official move coming down here. Okay, now you can see that there's more. Look at the volume is now picking up a little bit more because we're getting ready for the close of that imbalance period. We're getting ready for the close of the day. So now the market is pushing down. Still have 3 more minutes to go. Okay, so if you're still patiently waiting, let's see if red volume on Nasdaq can close below this area. Maybe give us that official retest at 345, then maybe it's going to push down. Same with US 30. It came up here, ignited bar coming right back down to the green box, coming up. Let's see if this red bar can continue to come down, close below here, and maybe we can get that move coming down. This could be like a double top too. It came up, back down, there's our neckline, came back up, maybe it's going to come back down with more red volume. 2 more minutes to go, guys, and get ready. Then we have our final 15-minute candle coming in. Again, NASDAQ broke down, caught a wick coming back up. US 30 came into the green box, back up. I know it's very, very annoying, but this happens. This is price action. Okay, it's still respecting these levels. US 30 is still right on top of the VWAP, still building this area. We can see, here's the heat. A lot of bids in here and a lot of offers in here. Probably that closing imbalance period is going to come and trigger one of these. It might take out all the pending orders up there and push down. It might come down here, take out all the pending bids and push back up. Let's see what happens. Okay, we have 90 more seconds to go. You can look also at the 15-minute candles, how they're moving. 15-minute candles are building a little bit, okay? So we came down, back up, came down, back up, came down, back up. This could be a bullish move going into the last 15 minutes of the day. This candle will close in right now, 60 seconds. It's also like an indecision bar. Like even this 15-minute candle doesn't know where it's going. So you can see on the fives how like it's very, very messy. Let me just take away some of these stuff. Okay, we're still holding the ignited head, still pushing down. NASDAQ is still red bearish. Let's see if it can get that close. Last 30 seconds, okay, last 30 seconds are critical. It may come down, tap that 200 EMA, that purple line, catch a wick, come up. But if it can close below here, we might get that official push down. Okay, so NASDAQ now broke a low. That's important. In order to keep the downtrend moving, we have to break for a new lower low. It did. But now let's see if we can get the official close with volume below there. Then if we do, we're going to flip this green box over here. We're going to flip it red. And here's the close. Okay, get ready. So see if it comes up, pulls back. If not, it could break down. This is where you could add a sell on NASDAQ if you like. And then there's the 9. It's about 50% here. Flip the box red. Okay, so US 30 could, or sorry, NASDAQ, we're looking for it to break and come down, touch this white line, 15,005, and maybe come back down in here. Official pullback. Here's the official pullback. Okay, to 50%. Let's see if it gets rejected and can push down now. And then we're going to go into, after this candle closes, we're in that imbalance period. You're going to see a lot of volatility the last 10 minutes. I wouldn't recommend trading with big sizes going into the close of the day unless you have a different plan. Unless you're looking to hold in after hours, you might be holding overnight. These are things that you need to ask yourself. Everybody trades different. Some scalpers don't like to hold positions and trade after 4:35 or hold overnight swings. So you have to understand, if you're taking a position, you gotta be aware of what your plan is when you take that position. Okay, so we did get retested. It's pushing down, but we're trying to break the 200 down here. Okay, so even US 30 got rejected at that daily yellow line, and now we might be pushing down going into this imbalance period. So be ready, guys. I'm just trying to warn everybody. It's going to get very volatile the last 10 minutes. They like to take a lot of pending orders at the last 10 minutes. So just be careful. Okay, so good rejection on NASDAQ. If we can get rid of this green body, then it's going to start to maybe push down in here. We have a nice rejection on US 30, lower high, continue. Let's see if it can push down, maybe close below here, and then get a red bar coming down for that imbalance closing period. And look at your spreads too. Are your spreads still good to be trading? Okay, here we go. Okay, so we have 2.5 more minutes to go. We have a nice rejection on US 30. Let's see if we can get that momentum pushing down. I'd like to see if it can come down into this liquidity. We have the official close of NASDAQ below the neckline there. It's retesting right now. Still holding below 50% of the body, retesting the red box, trend line, 9 EMA is above us. It's still looking, hinting bearish momentum. US 30 is starting to break down now. Let's go, guys. Hopefully we can get the drop now on US 30. But again, we need that official close, like kind of below this red line. And it might close very consolidated too. But there's gonna be lots of volatility in these next two 5-minute candles going into 4 p.m. This is the closing imbalance period. It's kind of like last call at the pub. If you go to the pub and they say it's last call, you gotta get your order in because they're closing the pub in 10 minutes. So it's kind of like last call in the markets, and you got to get your orders in now. And there's a lot of influx of volume that will come in the market in the next 60 seconds. 7 double brandies, please. That might be a little bit too much right now, but that's the analogy is kind of like the pub is closing right now. So the markets are closing, they're taking last call. So let's see what happens. You're going to start to see volume come in the market. You're going to start to see some erratic moves. Like you might see this body close down here and all of a sudden it opens green up here. You might see it close down here and then it's ignited red down here and just dropping. So these things do happen. Just be prepared, okay? We got 30 seconds. Okay, so NASDAQ is still retesting this area. I would love to see if US 30 can close below this green box and push down here. So let's pay attention, guys. Last 10 seconds. If you're not in a trade, still watch, okay? Because this happens every power hour. Last 10 minutes. Watch, guys. Be ready. Okay. Here's the drop. See how it dropped right there? Look at Bookmap dropping. Okay. Right before there's the close. Okay. Let's see if it can push down. Okay. See how it's coming up. Okay. Caught the wick. Let's see if it can push down. Okay. So we took out that low, that 30-minute low. Took it out. Okay, if we can still walk down with red volume, it's coming back up. Flip this box. Red. NASDAQ is still retesting. Wasn't as volatile as some that start at 350, but it did walk down, picked up the wick, picked up the bids coming back up. Be careful here, guys. Horrible power hour is all I can say. This was, wow, sideways the entire session. Unbelievable. Yeah, it's a test of patience. It's also a test of you hitting your lot sizing. I'm going to get ready to maybe add a bigger sell coming down. If we can get it coming down here, I might take advantage of this last few minutes on a sell position coming down. Okay, it's coming back down. It came up, lower high, pushing down. See where it closes. I might not even get into another trade. You know, like I just got to play it out too. See the volatility, how it's going up, down, coming down, okay? No real direction. This is unbelievable. They might close the day right in this consolidated area. It might close right at this VWAP. You know, they really haven't really moved it away from here. I'm still in that small feeler trade. Still, I've been holding this thing since what? Since 245. Okay, but I'm watching also how will it close? Like at 4 p.m., guys, the New York Stock Exchange closes, but brokers close an hour later at 5 p.m. Eastern. So if you're still holding a position, you can still close positions in the next hour. It's just Wall Street closes in the next 6 minutes. Okay, so lots of volatility. It's coming back up. Cut a wick. Even if you're in buys, even buying can get frustrating. Okay. And then we'll stay like right into 4 p.m., like the first 5 minutes into 4, because sometimes they'll redistribute the volume at 4:05, 4 o'clock. Um, so we'll just keep an eye on it. What's BTC doing, guys? I see you guys BTC. Oh, BTC flying, good. Okay, so one more minute to go into the close. It's coming back up. Let's see if it can get rejected and come back down. And then at the end of the day, I'm going to make a decision with this trade. I may have to close it. It will be a loss for me, but it's a smaller loss. Okay, I'm happy that I went in small, and I'm happy that I didn't increase another sell position because I didn't get that volume closing below here. This is probably the worst power hour session in a long, long, long time. Okay, so I'm going to cut this trade with a loss. I just want to close it. End of the day, I don't want to hold this anymore. Even though it's a small loss, I'm exiting the market for today. I cut that one out. Didn't get the volume to close below here and push down. So I was looking to add, but didn't get that confirmation to add the bigger trade down there. I don't play woulda, shoulda, coulda game. Like it maybe 4 o'clock, it might come down later on. At this moment in time, it's above here. It could now squeeze and take out more pending orders. I don't, even if it's a couple dollars, I still don't want to give the market my money. It's just I don't like to trade with bad habits. So I don't want to get in a routine of continue holding sells if it starts breaking above here, because there's other days where I do trade with much larger sizing and I don't want to be part of that. So you got to learn discipline too, guys. But let's wait, see how this market closes. I know some of you guys are still in trades. Some of you guys are in buys and sells. What a horrible power hour. Like, look at like this entire range. Look at, we started the call at 2 o'clock right over here, and this is all it's been trading this entire session. So just be careful, guys, if you're gonna continue to trade. I don't like holding positions just personally into the close, unless there's a really, really nice setup, but this is not a nice setup. There will be much better volume going into Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Gold for tomorrow? Yes, gold for tomorrow during COMEX market open. We do gold 7, 8, 9, 10 a.m. So the market's going to close in 2.5 minutes. Let's just watch how it closes. Keith, if we look at Nasdaq on the 1 hour, it's been ranging since Wall Street open. I can see that too on the fight. Yeah, hasn't been the greatest. Today's volume hasn't been the greatest. But these like consolidated zones, okay? So I know a lot of you guys didn't even take trades. I know some of you guys are messaging me saying, "Ron, I was very patient. I didn't even take a trade." That's unbelievable. Like that's really really good patience that you guys did. There wasn't really anything that really developed unless you're trading inside here. Like if you took the sell up there and it came down, that's why measuring the zones 10, 15, 20 pips, whatever it is, maybe you got to get out because it could come right back up. Same with if you're buying, selling. This is what happens when it trades sideways. And then here's the close in the next 60 seconds. And it's moving bullish. Okay, pull down. Here's probably the bullish breakout. So just be careful, guys. Okay, I don't like trading going into this time. I'm normally closing out positions, but I closed out that sell a little earlier. I didn't want to be part of this. And just be careful too, because sometimes if you're adding a buy, it could come up, catch a wick, and go right back down. Just be careful, guys. Tough power hour today. Tough, tough, tough. Okay, so we got the bullish breakout, guys. Going right into the close. So they accumulated all of this and break it out. Okay, so that's why sometimes you got to learn how to close a trade. Even if it's a small one, learn how to close a trade. So this is 4 p.m. Okay, so Wall Street is closed, but your brokers can continue to trade for the next hour. And then this is after hours too. So the markets are still open after hours. If you're continuing trade, go through your motions. Nasdaq closed above. Flip this box green. Just continue to go through these motions. It's holding. It's possibly going to move up to that red line that we previously identified. Could break out to that red line, maybe up to there. But this is a squeeze, short squeeze. So all sellers that were accumulating in here, that were holding positions, they squeezed it out, and look at what they do. Right at the end of the day, they catch them. You know, they force them to make a decision. So if you're still holding, be careful. Okay, if you were buying, maybe learn how to maybe take out some profit out of the market, unless you want to continue to hold. That's your trading plan. Okay, up to you guys. Make sure you know your trading plan. I personally don't like to trade at this time now when the markets are closed. I like to be out of the markets around 350, 355 going into 4. But guys, we'll do this again tomorrow, power hour. Hopefully we have better volume to trade. We're going to do live London at the times are now 2 to 4 a.m. 2 to 4 a.m. Okay, so pre-London hours. We're going to watch London market open, and then we're going to trade like an hour after, 2 to 4 to 4:30 a.m. Eastern, and then Dave will be taking over Wall Street, and that's where we do gold and things like that. Okay, so guys, not the greatest volume that we had trading in here. You know, that's how the markets move. Some days are like this. That's why maybe, hopefully today, a lot of you guys learned patience. Okay, you know, yeah, it was a bullish candle right at the end of the day. But we waited 2 hours to catch one bullish candle. I was personally looking for the market to break down here. It came down multiple times, but no volume closed below there. Because if it did close below, I was going to increase my position, and I would have told you guys that. But we didn't get it. Okay, guys? So we'll see you guys again tomorrow. Thanks for joining, everyone. Please hit the likes, subscribes, and we'll see you guys tomorrow, guys. Thanks, everyone on Zoom. I'll see you guys live London, 2 a.m. Eastern. And everyone on YouTube, we'll see you guys as well tomorrow, okay? Refer to our schedule for all of the trading sessions this week, guys. Thanks. Have a good day, everyone. And I hope you guys learned some patience, some discipline, and how these markets move. Power hours are not always the greatest. They can do this. Just practice, patience, discipline. If you guys do take trades inside this box, smaller positions, to learn how the market is moving. Okay, guys? But we'll continue learning tomorrow. Have a nice day, everyone. Thanks for joining.
Hey guys, good morning, welcome to another live session of Stock Sniper Trading. My name is Dave, guys, my partner is Ron. Let's get down to business here, guys.
In on US 30, sell, okay? I'm jumping in. Guys, that's a 100 pip drop. Yes, we caught it. Hey, guys, 200 pips, please, secure.
Trading with a perfect broker is the key, which takes you one step ahead. At AAAFx, we have you covered. The future of forex is zero commission. Here at AAAFx, we offer ultra low commission, which starts at 99 cents per lot. Our account's spreads start from 0.0 pips. With account leverage up to 500x, and can have a minimum deposit of $100, with an additional 100% deposit bonus, regulated by HMC Greece, compliant with ESMA, EU, regulated with FSCA, South Africa. Nothing to lose, but something to gain. Trade with the world's most liquid market provider, AAAFx, recommended by Stocksnipertrading. To get started, use the affiliate link below.
As a trader, we all look for tight or low spreads, which helps us to get in and out of the market. Using the right broker can help us try different strategies. With multiple options of brokers on the web, here at Stocksnipertrading, we have a recommended broker, that is, HankoTrade. With spreads as low as 0 pips, and leverage up to 500x, HankoTrade is just one click away. With multiple account types to choose from, you also have a minimum deposit of $10. Using HankoTrade's affiliate program, refer a friend and earn up to a 40% commission on trading volume. Built by traders, for traders. HankoTrade.